Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Miguel. It's a pleasure to be here. We're discussing Live by Night, a new film by Ben Affleck that I have a pleasure of being a part of. You're going to enjoy the film so much, and you're going to enjoy this interview. So, hello, and enjoy.
Maybe it's true. We all find ourselves in lives we didn't expect. But what I learned was...
Aquí estamos con un latino que el mundo americano se ha cogido como suyo, pero no, también tiene parte nuestra que te está llevando a tus raíces latinas, porque interpretas un cubano en Live by Night y en donde pones la voz próximamente viene algo de México también, ¿no?
Claro, my father's from Zamora, Michoacán, México, so soy mexicano.
O sea, te regañaban en español, en mexicano.
Yes, yeah, that's where my Spanish comes from, you know. But Cuban Spanish is very different, and the accent translates in English very differently. So it was interesting to kind of study the finite nuances of the accent in English. It was fun. So I studied a bit of Desi Arnaz because he obviously was a very, very prominent musician, Cuban musician, but also spoke fluent English. He still carried a bit of the accent, so.
This is heaven. Right here.
Claro.
¿Con cuál latino de los que ahora están de moda en la música te gustaría colaborar?
You know, I think I'll always be a huge fan of Mark Anthony, you know. He'll always be relevant in my musical influences. But there are plenty of artists now, like newer artists that I think are doing like really cool, edgy music. You know, Maluma was someone that we mentioned earlier. Who else is there? Oh my God, you're gonna have to cut this because I can't think of his name now. But
J Balvin?
J Balvin is one of those artists who's just, you know, on the cutting edge, you know. And I think I look at them and I respect them because they're not only connecting their Latino roots, but because the Latin, the power of being Latino is so relevant now, you know, and I think they're connecting a lot of these worlds in that way. So,
¿Cuál de las latinas, empezando desde Rita Moreno en adelante, es la más sexy?
That's tough. They're all sexy. They're all sexy. Jennifer's always gonna be a huge one because I grew up with Jennifer Lopez. You know what I'm saying? I think she's always gonna be extremely she's gonna be like a huge, you know, a huge part of like my growing up. So I always looked at her, thought she was beautiful. Shakira has just got a thing though. Shakira's always like been really, really sexy. I think it's her hips, you know, and how she moves. Something about Shakira. Yeah.
Of course, she's from Colombia.
Yeah, there you go, Colombiana. You know what I'm saying? Zoe's just beautiful. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard to choose. It's hard. You can't go wrong with any of them.
We're all going to hell.